Welcome back, this is Asteria from Asterian Gaming. Today we're running a Burning Crusade raid known as Black Temple. I have my friend Shamedic here with me to join me. Now this was one of the endgame dungeons during a bit, and we're gonna run through and do what we do. Now, as you see, the rep group here is the Ash Tongue Deathsworn. Now, originally, there is a quest chain to really get into Black Temple. And it requires you to start the quest, I believe, in Shadow Moon Valley. I won't go over that. If I ever have to do a video about that too, the quest, I will. Black Temple was one of the more difficult dungeons, and it also introduced the new legendary that came with Burning Crusade. It only dropped off Illidan, and those were the original Warcraft.
I'm out of range.
Now, we're heading up to the first boss.
I don't have a target.
Which, for him, he has ads you have to fight, but he also, his mechanics is he'll get a bubble on him. You have to pick up this spike he throws in order to pop the bubble he throws that he puts on himself. And there he is.
In the name of Lady Vash, crush you.
Now you see, after you take out this boss, you head up this pipe here. And my buddy likes going ahead of me. He always likes using his ghost wolf to keep ahead of me. He always likes doing that to me. The next boss is the giant flame element. Well, it actually is a giant infernal, I believe you would call it. He actually drops a pet now. Guess we're gonna have to wait on him for a minute. There's Supremus. That's the next boss. He guards the gate to get inside Inner Black Temple. All he does is more or less does fire moves. Summons up little volcanoes sometimes. Other than that, it's just more awareness you need to have to take him out. We're here also helping us each other, trying to working with each other to help our gear up. To be honest, I'm on my warrior because there's a lot of transmog gear that the warrior can use more firmly weapons. Now for this boss fight, to initiate it, you talk to Akama. But if you don't clear out the room beforehand, you can actually aggro everything in here. For this fight, you have to kill these mobs, keeping the Shade in control. And once you kill them enough, the Shade will come after him. Now, the Shade can kill Akama if you're not careful. So, you gotta, basically your tanks need to take aggro off him in order to keep him. And during the fight, Akama will put a stacking damage debuff on the boss to help you burn him down. Now, once you take out this boss, there's a bonus here. All the Ash-Tongue Deathsworn that are hostile towards you become friendly. So that actually saves you a bunch of hassle during the raid. So that's why every time we would go after the Supremist, we'd go right for Akama. We wanted to make the run a bit easier on us. So all the Ash-Tongue here that are in the central area here, they're no longer a threat to us. Other than a few pats, as you can see. But as you see, there's others. Now, after you do that, you actually unlock these guys, who's actually a quartermaster and a vendor.
I can help you.
It helps clear out your bags a bit.
Peace for you.
Now we're actually going to head up this side. Go take on what is considered the first Death Knight. Now basically you're just going to be fighting a bunch of Fel Orcs on your way here.
It's too far away.
As you've seen, there's a lot of epic gems dropping. You can get a ton of them from here, to be honest. My buddy here just wants to skip stuff.
I was the first, you know. For me, the wheel of death has spun many times. So many times.
Now, Terran Dorothy,
I have a lot of catching.
there's actually a quest chain that you actually revive him
Is mine.
in Shadow Valley.
Spins again.
I will be forever grateful.
So, if you want to learn about Terran Gorfine, I would go to Shadow Valley and do the quest chain to see his rebirth, per se. It's more of a resurrection. He is a Death Knight after all. Now, We can't go right up to the top level yet because in order to unlock the next area, you have to take care of all the bosses on the first level here. Now, as you saw, the Shade of Akama was one, Terrangorphine was the other. Now, there's 2 more left to go. I know my buddies love and get ahead of me. He always loves running ahead of me. Now, the next 2 bosses are in the general same area, which is on the other side of the central. Once you defeat them, the next level will unlock and you can head up.
I need to get closer.
Now we go into here. You can either go left to the boss or go right to a boss. It's easier to go right, in my opinion, but my buddy says he wants to go left, obviously. So this time we're gonna go this way.
It's too far away.
Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of fell orcs basically you're fighting. This was more or less, you wanted to focus fire down the big boys because they could hurt. And here is Gertol Bloodboil. He is the boss in this little area. Usually there's more loot that drops here, but my buddy seems to be getting the better luck of me today. Now we took out that boss, which opened a little quick door to get back up. Now the next boss we're going to be coming up against is actually a 3-phased fight, if I can keep up with them. Now, as you see, these are all spirits fights you gotta take through. These anger spirits can explode, so you have to be careful. Other than that, luckily for our high levels, we're able to get through. And when you defeat them, they just disappear. And as you see, he exploded.
Pain and suffering are all that.
As I was explaining, this is a 3-phase fight. Technically 1 phase, 2 phase, 1 phase, 2 phase, 1 phase. Basically, you defeat the 3 phases of this boss. This is phase 2, where you take out these spirits, but you actually get healed when you take them out. They cast Holy Nova when they're beat.
It's too far.
each boss phase puts a debuff on you, so you have to be careful. Because each buff's different.
You can have anything you desire for a price.
Now, if you read, I highlighted what the boss's debuff on me was. Now, you could actually just stand here, and the spirits on their own will explode on their own, so you actually wouldn't have to do that.
I need a target.
Yep, my test of mic kicked in. Now, as you can see, after we took that boss out, the Den of Mortal Delights open, which means now we can go to the next level of Black Temple, where there'll be 2 more bosses, and then the final fight against Illidan.
It's too far away.
And my buddy decided he wanted to run up ahead of time. my buddy. I'll also take them out. Now, as you can see, the name of Den of Mortal Delights, you see a bunch of females laying around. Hence the name, so, yeah. Oh my goodness, I actually got a piece of the Onslaught gear. Looking up, see what I have on for transmog for my buddy here. up to the boss here. Mother Shaz. She's pretty easy, honestly. You just gotta... It's basically fighting a succubus, upgraded succubus fight, more or less. You just gotta be sure to take her out.
I'm out of range.
The one who has finished treasure.
Now, the next fight is actually going to be 4 bosses in one. But if I remember correctly, they all share the same health pool. For that fight, you would have any, like, a melee class, like a rogue or a warrior, focus on the healer to interrupt her heal. The downside is you have a paladin in that boss group who will cast the Blessing of Protection on the healer. So, unfortunately, when that happens, not much you can do. Unless you can get a caster who usually had a mage on there just in case to use counterspell. But back then, Blessing and Protection made you immune to everything. Currently, it works differently now. More or less, you're fighting against priests, a paladin, a rogue, and a warrior, I believe. That's your... let me rephrase. Paladin, rogue, mage, priest. That's fighting group. But as you can see, they all share the same health. So basically... You just burn them down in the respect.
You got lucky.
Now, to initiate the beginning of the last fight, you talk to Akami here, and he'll take you up to the doorway. I'm just curious to see what that looks like. Yeah. Now you have to sit through this and wait for him to open the door and get through. See, the spirits of his fallen brethren will come and aid him. Now, like Kara, through parts of the dungeon, you can talk to some of the spirits that spawn after you defeat certain bosses, and they can teleport you throughout Black Temple. Now, as you see, there's Illidan. To initiate this fight, you have to talk to Akama again. More or less, this fight is straightforward. After you do enough
Be
damage,
wary, friends. The betrayer meditates in the
he'll
court
summon up
just beyond.
2 ads from his slaves. You destroy the glaive ads, he goes back to the fight. We'll show you here.
Akama, your duplicity is hardly surprising. I should have slaughtered you and your malformed brethren long ago.
We've come to end your reign, Illidan. My people and all of Outland shall be free.
easily said, but I remain unconvinced.
The time has come. The moment is at hand. I can't attack that target.
You are not prepared.
I can't attack that.
Come, my minion. Kill this traitor as he deserves. I will not
I'll
be
deal with
touched by rabble such as you.
Strike now, Frey. Strike at the betrayer.
Combat does help you a bit. Now here's the ad phase. While he's up there, he's going to actually shoot down fireballs at people. But as you see, now we go into the next phase, which you don't truly defeat Illidan, but once you get him down,
Is this it, mortals?
you get this.
Is this all the fury you can muster?
Their fury pales before mine, Illidan. We have some unsettled business between us.
One, you get him down to, I believe, 10%. Maiev comes in, and then you burn the rest down.
My long hunt is finally over. Today, justice will be done. The wardens are It is finished. You are beaten.
You have won, Maiev. But the Huntress is nothing without the hunt. You are nothing without
What is your point? He is right. I feel nothing. I am nothing.
Now, everyone was,
Farewell,
all the casters were truly after
champions.
this weapon here, this item here,
The
this
light
Gudon.
will bless these dismal halls once again. I swear it.
Now, Illidan's the one who drops them. He drops both of them. But, this has been Black Temple, featuring my friend Shamedic. This has been Starion from Starion Gaming, asking to please like and subscribe to the videos. I will see you guys in the next one.